Alright, so chat, let's go from Twitch fucking with VTubers to, we're gonna go with the worst TikTok trends. This is fairly recent, it's only from 3 weeks ago. So this is a bunch of really horrible TikTok trends, apparently. And chat, you know about me and TikTok trends. You know about me with the TikTok trends. I'm going to roast these things. I am sure. Yeah. Some of these I'm guessing are probably gonna be good. As in bad. Beth, I will probably try none of them. Oh yeah, Leo, I know. Alright, let's do this.
Dentists around the country are horrified over a new TikTok trend.
I hope every single one of them gets arrested.
Just because people do things on social media doesn't mean you should.
The things?
By the way, can I just say,
Because people do.
Who's saying this with this stupid smile on her face? Now, if people are doing stupid shit on TikTok, don't smile about it. It takes all the weight out of your words.
Do things on social media doesn't mean you should.
The things people do to get popular on the internet.
If you want to see people doing ridiculous things for attention, then look no further than TikTok. There's absolutely no limit to the things TikTokers do for a few seconds of fame. Today, we'll look at some of the worst trends on TikTok, starting from the lighter trends to ones that are just
TikTok is Brain Rot
I'm
Central,
Visual
let's face
Venture,
it.
and I hope you guys like my new setup, the ice cream licking challenge. In June 2009.
Cheer 100 Ember. Do you remember the song Dirty Laundry?
I don't think so. No. Okay, Atanashi.
Something happened in a Walmart in Lufkin, Texas that started one of the most disgusting trends on TikTok. A woman and her boyfriend were walking through the store when they stopped by the freezer. As the lady stared at the shelves of ice cream in the freezer, she got a brilliant idea. She grabbed a tube of Bluebell's ice cream, removed the lid, and licked the top of the ice cream. Then while giggling, she put it back as if nothing happened. Messing with the ice cream was already stupid, but what they did next was even more dumb. Her boyfriend, who had recorded her act, uploaded the video onto social media. It instantly blew up, raking in over 12 million views.
Because of course it blew up.
When you pick up some ice cream at the store, you're gonna think twice about this after you see this video. It's going crazy online right now.
What kind of psychopathic behavior is this? Wrote one person. I'm disgusted. This should be a criminal charge.
Well, okay, it's not psychopathic behavior, it's sociopathic behavior. Let me just clarify. It's sociopathic, not psychopathic.
Posted another.
Unfortunately, the Lufkin Walmart didn't know which specific container she tampered with, so they threw away all their ice cream. Walmart was upset, but no one was more upset than Bluebell, the ice cream company. Bluebell asked the police to find the woman and bring her to justice. They planned to charge her with food tampering, which could mean up to 20 years behind bars. Surprisingly, some people didn't see her actions as wrong. Instead, they were inspired to copy.
Because, of course, people took this as inspiration. Chat, I think we are about to get a nearly 30-minute long video showing how we have failed as a society. This is my suspicion. And I have a very strong feeling that we are going to, did anyone ever hear the joke Robin? What? Phoenix, thank you. Has anyone heard the joke Robin Williams once made on one of his stand-up routines about where someone was like interviewing the Dalai Lama and they asked him what he thought of Western civilization, and he said, "I think it would be a wonderful idea." An idea, not in practice. And I have a feeling we're going to be feeling that right now.
be her.
There's a new concern, copycats.
The following week, many TikTokers recorded themselves tampering with ice cream in stores and posted the videos to TikTok. They called it the Ice Cream Licking Challenge. This challenge was as unhygienic as it was ridiculous. But you know what else is ridiculous? Using a default browser that is slow and boring. If you're still using Chrome, Edge, or Safari, you're missing out. Meet Opera GX. So I know a lot of people personally that use this browser in real life, and I know
I guarantee you the majority of these TikTok trends that we're going to be seeing only happen because none of these people face punishment. None of them face punishment. If these people actually face punishment for their, aberrant behavior, they wouldn't do it.
You can even change the keyboard
actually, yes, you should get off Chrome now because Chrome is blocking you from using ad blockers. You cannot use ad blockers on Chrome anymore, so absolutely you should get off of Chrome. I don't care what you go to, but just get off Chrome. Absolutely.
YouTube stuff. So if I want to take a break and hop on Apex, GX Control enhances performance.
Yeah, but Rygat, the Typod challenge influenced young people who didn't, really young people who didn't know any better. And it caused fatalities. Edge is fine, Barb. Edge is a perfectly fine alternative to Chrome. That's what I use typically. It works just as good as Chrome. Oh, stop it, Aaron. Nah. You get a book. Opera GX is fine.
Challenges that only affected the person doing it, this trend made the general public uncomfortable.
I can never be at peace buying ice cream. That's how I feel. This is why I don't have faith in humanity anymore.
As more videos popped up on the internet, people got really worried. Social media users called for stricter punishments and more security in stores to stop.
Okay. Instead of stricter punishments, how about punishments, period? Just fucking punish them, period. Because that's why they're doing it. They don't get punished. Flat out. These people that do this don't receive punishment. That's why they keep doing it. That's why the streamers who do illegal shit keep doing it. They don't get punished. We as a society have lost the ability. Did she? Is that coming up? Okay. Good. Fucking good. But you know what? It didn't come fast enough to stop all these copycats. If they'd rolled on it fast and put her through the system fast, these copycats might have been like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this because I will end up in jail. So...
the trend. Photographs of locked ice cream freezers at grocery
maybe
stores
not that bad, right? Yeah,
on social media. A Walmart
Aaron,
in Texas even hired a guard to watch over their ice cream freezer.
They're wasting their time having to guard ice cream when they could be
There's literally police officers guarding the ice cream. They have literal cops guarding the fucking ice cream. Is this not the biggest fucking waste of resources? And no, the other guy had a water gun piece. This guy's a water gun, not a Nerf gun. But these are actual fucking police officers. I think, they're given the duty belts, I'm thinking police officers. The duty belts, the badges, because it says Keller Public Safety. So that makes me think police. Yeah, they had to contract the police for that. Yeah. This is fucking insane. This is fucking insane that you have to have actual police guarding the ice cream. Because A, TikTokers are this fucking stupid. And B, the legal system isn't doing anything about it to punish them, and thus make other people go, huh, maybe this isn't a good idea. Ralph, it's possible? I'd say it's possible, but I would not put this past them. That's the thing, I wouldn't put it past this actually happening.
doing so much more for the community.
But while stores were busy protecting ice cream, the challenge spread to other products. On July 3rd, a different kind of ice cream challenge began. This time, it didn't involve ice cream. In a video posted on Twitter, someone swished mouthwash, spat it back into the bottle, and put it back on a store shelf. Within 48 hours, the post got over 14 million views. When the mouthwash video went viral, the cops realized they needed to act fast to stop this trend before it affected.
Okay. 14 million views. For someone doing something incredibly unsanitary, unhygienic, and potentially dangerous. Yeah. Both of them are. And not only is it an issue with them not being punished immediately, it's the aberrant societal behavior of everyone involved.
FAFO, anyone.
Well, Eki, how many of them though? Someone said that the girl who licked the ice cream got 10 years. But is she gonna be out in like 60 days? That happens a lot. They say, oh, you're gonna get X amount of years, and then they're out that much faster. Like, who fucking knows? Yeah, baby Jeebus? You know what? Let's look. This charge could have resulted in a prison term of 2 to 20 years and a fine. However, the case was handled by the juvenile system. The girl's boyfriend was also involved, blah, blah, blah. It was juvenile court. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Shut up. You're not getting rid of my ad blocker. There we go. She was sentenced to an additional 6-month jail term, probated for 2 years, and ordered to pay a $1,000 fine and $1,500 restitution. She served 6 months. She had 2 years probation. She did 6 months. So she could have gotten up to 20 years, but she didn't. Actually, this is a different guy. Sorry. No, wait, this is a different guy. Hang on, that's not... No? It's a 24-year-old man. Hang on. Yeah, at the discretion of the juvenile justice system. Uh-huh. So, it doesn't actually say how much time she served. Yeah, that was for a different person. That was for a guy. I'm not seeing anything that says how much how much time. But think about this. This guy did the same thing. And he was only sentenced to 6 months. Yeah, the records are going to be private. But if it was a juvenile court, she didn't get anything. At the most, she probably got 30 days. And God knows in the juvenile, detention facility, they're not going to do fuck all. So...
did even more products. They had to start arresting people. Over the next couple of weeks, the authorities tracked down and arrested several TikTokers for food tampering and criminal mischief. And it was easy because they recorded themselves committing the crime, the things people do for fame. One of the...
And you wanna know what the solution is, chat? When you arrest them like this? Do you know what the solution is? Because it's not jail time. You're a dog. Thank you for the tier 3. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you. But the solution for this is no. Dress out, no. It's not. Perp blocking them, they'll do nothing because public shaming won't do it because you know what? They'll only use that for their clout. You know what would be you know what would actually get them to stop if the courts actually started doing this? You know what would get them to stop? Not even banning them from the internet. It's a really simple solution. Hit them in the wallet. If these people, when they got arrested, instead of catching $1,000, $1,500 fine, hit them with a $20,000 fine. Hit them with a $20,000 fine. Obviously, they're not going to be able to pay that. So that means that they're going to have to make payments to the court system every month out of their job. Their wages will have to be garnished. You hit them in the wallet like that, that will make them stop and think. Because we live in an age where people only give a shit about clout and money. And I guarantee you they're going to care more about the money than clout. Okay, well, the courts or the companies or whoever. I'm actually more inclined to pay to the courts because, you know, to basically try and streamline the court system. But if these court cases with these people that get arrested for shit like this, if you actually start hitting them with fines that hurt, they'll start thinking about it. They will actually start thinking, or you know what? Have the sign go to an actual charity. Have it go to the Red Cross, or have it go to, like, you know, veterans charities or something. Like, actually fine them with a sign that hurts. Not a $1,000 fine, not a $1,500 fine. Hit them with a $20,000 fine, $50,000 fine, $100,000 fine. So that way, their wages have to get garnished, and that money will go to a charity. You know, have that money go to a charity that is in direct opposition to the actions that they took. You hit them in the wallet. That's when they'll sit up and pay attention. The money will override the clout every fucking time. Because sending him to jail, they'll just come out and say, and good on TikTok, like, yeah, I did 6 months jail, I'm out, bitches. Let's go do some more stupid shit. Pay me money. Give me money. If you hit him in the wallet and say, cool, you did this, no jail time, but you owe a $100,000 fine. And it's going to go to this charity that does exactly the exact opposite of what you did. Then people will go, oh shit, maybe I should be rethinking my choices. That's the only way you're going to get these people to stop.
The culprits, D. Adrian Anderson, was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 2 years probation.
This is the one that we saw.
What was ironic about D. Adrian's situation was that he actually even purchased the ice cream he tampered with. He even had the receipt to prove it. But that excuse couldn't save him from going to jail.
Wait. They arrested him, but he actually purchased the ice cream he fucked with. Okay, now we're into a whole different spectrum of what the fuckism here. No. Patra, I think the insinuation here is he did this on TikTok. He did this on TikTok, and he put it back. But then, as soon as the camera stopped rolling, he immediately grabbed the exact same tub and went to buy it. But Sadistic, your point at what you're pointing out is he's inciting it, which, okay, understandable. Pactra, if he resealed it with the lid, I'd have a hard time with that argument. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's a fair point. It's like, okay, they don't know if the actual contaminated one got taken out. I can understand the argument there. But as far as the way he recorded it incited others to do it, because obviously he did not record himself taking it back out and purchasing it, because then it wouldn't look good for the TikTok. But if he did immediately purchase the same thing of ice cream, yeah, I could see your arguments that, because if he had a receipt saying he purchased the ice cream, I would be inclined to say he pulled the same one back out. Like, I would be inclined to think that, yeah, he legitimately grabbed that, as soon as they hit stop, he grabbed the same carton and grabbed out and purchased it. But obviously it wasn't edited and posted to TikTok that way. So the inciting part of it, I get. I get why they might go after him for inciting others to do it. That I completely understand. Well, yeah, Chloe, I understand. I understand that. Like if the story's not sure, then yes, they have to throw it all up. I know. That part I understand. The problem is like we only see what's on the TikTok, and if immediately after the TikTok stopped filming, like literally 2 seconds later, he was grabbing the carton he fucked with and purchased it, the store probably would not have to throw out everything, but we don't know. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can pull up the history on it. Hang on. Where's the fucking history? Okay. What did he get charged with? Criminal mischief. Oh wait, it says he could have been fined it could have been a year jail and $4,000 for criminal mischief. Yeah. So it looks like he was charged with criminal mischief. Yeah, that's what it looks like he was charged with.
He even had the receipt to prove it, but that excuse couldn't save him from going to jail. He got charged with criminal mischief. The store had to replace all their ice cream. Eventually, TikTok and other social media platforms started taking down videos of people participating in this disgusting trend, and the challenge faded away. While this trend cost thousands in property loss, this next one plays with your mind.
Yeah, like, with the fine, make the fine be restitution. That would have been a simple thing. With these TikTokers that got arrested and charged for doing this with the stores, make them pay restitution to the stores for what they had to spend to replace all the ice cream. With the dollar amounts that would have been, that would have made them stop right away. Well, Leo, you're thinking rationally. What? TTS not. Xanax, is it on cooldown? Is it possibly on cooldown? And Northern, thank you for the follow.
The orange peel test.
Well, obviously it was banned.
TikTok has many relationship challenges. However, one of the most controversial is known as the orange peel theory.
The orange peel theory test involves women asking their men for an orange, and in order to pass the test, the man must peel the orange before handing it back to her.
In another version of the test, women ask their man to peel an orange for them and watch how they respond. If the guy peels the orange, it means he's willing to perform tiny acts of service, which is a sign that he truly loves his woman. But in case the partner refuses, it means that the relationship is doomed because he doesn't care about her. Alright, so
I fucking hate shit like this. Yeah, this was so fucking stupid. And what makes it so bad is you're going to have gullible young women that watch on TikTok. And if their significant other does not do the same thing, they may legitimately believe it's doomed. Because they're stupid, which, let's be honest, if they're stupid enough to believe it, the relationship is doomed in the first place. But this is actually like quasi bullshit social engineering. Honestly. This, like, I want to see.
So I get the whole love language
wanna
thing,
see
right?
this.
But the thing is, they take one act and they make it define the entire relationship. A few weeks after this trend began,
First point after TikTok reveals ex broke up with her due to viral orange peel theory. Ooh. Ho ho. Okay, I don't know. What happened to the TTS? Okay. I'm going to, alright. I'm going to kill the, I'm gonna kill the Johnny Silverhand TTS because it's working out hard. So I'm gonna kill that. Cause it's just working out really hard right now and I don't know why. Yeah.
and a TikToker revealed that her ex broke up with her over the orange peel theory.
It's okay,
She
Xanax,
told her
it's not your
boyfriend
fault.
about the orange peel test, and he thought it was a dumb way to assess a relationship. She
And he's
disagreed.
right.
It led to a big fight, and he ended things with her. However, she
Good. Sounds like the man dodged a bullet. If something as stupid as an orange peel, if a woman is using something as stupid as an orange peel test to define her relationship with her boyfriend, yeah, the guy dodged a fucking bullet by saying, yeah, I'm done. Because you can't take an entire relationship and boil it down to, will you peel an orange for me? That is fucking insanity. That is sociopathic divergent behavior. And she needs to do some very serious self-evaluation before getting into another relationship.
wasn't heartbroken. In a video posted on TikTok, she said, I would like someone who wants to peel an orange for me. I wouldn't ask you to. I'd just like to know that you would. Is that too much to ask? Her video shocked viewers, making them wonder how something as trivial as peeling an orange could end a relationship. But she wasn't the only one whose relationship ended because of this test. Another woman on Reddit, a 22-year-old, was so disappointed that her boyfriend failed the orange peel test that she broke up with him. She was at home with her boyfriend when she saw the theory on TikTok and decided to try it out. But she didn't have an orange, so she asked her—
Well, yeah, exactly, baby Jeebus. If your idea of a healthy relationship is taking advice from TikTok, let me, here's a newsflash for you. You're not in a healthy relationship. Or you are not instituting a healthy relationship by taking advice from TikTok and carrying it over to your relationship. TikTok is the absolute brain rot of the internet. It should not be taken seriously for any means whatsoever. And if you're going to either take relationship advice or life advice from TikTok, delete the app. Just delete the fucking app right now.
Her boyfriend to tie her hair for her. Tying her hair was supposed to resemble the act of peeling an orange. She described his response in her Reddit post. I asked him to tie my hair up for me, and he looked at me and asked me why I couldn't do it. I asked him again, thinking it was just a fluke, but he told me I could do it since I was in the kitchen and he needed to relax, stating that he just got off work. After he refused, the lady decided to break up with him because he failed the test. When she shared her—
And let me I'm gonna point this out, yeah? Are you noticing a commonality factor in both of these tests so far? Anybody noticing a common factor in them? Anyone? No? Well, technically yes, baby Jeebus, but it's more of like what the actual test is. No, not lactic communication. All right, so those are saying yes. What is it? What are you guys seeing? I see one person got it. Baby Jeebus, yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's the test is to place the man into a servile or submissive position. Both of these tests, the entire purpose of them is to put the male into a position of subservience to the woman. Both of them. Coincidence? I don't know. But the people that are saying, oh yes, do this test absolutely, is because they want their men to be subservient to them. They don't want their men to say, yeah, no, I'm not your servant. You can do it the fuck yourself. Is it? Exactly. Or dysfunction, or flat out dysfunction, Kanito. I won't go so far as to say abuse, but absolutely dysfunction. 100%. Yeah. Exactly.
Her story online, many people criticized her for throwing away her relationship because of a trend. She defended herself, saying, I didn't mean to make it seem like I was testing him like a crazy girlfriend who sets up her boyfriend for failure. I simply used the theory to see what he would do and came to the realization that I was giving 90% and he was giving 30% into.
And sounds like this guy dodged a bullet too. If assertion that because he wouldn't tie my hair up for me means I'm, and Johnny, obviously math is not her skill set. Obviously not. Her sociopathy that because her boyfriend wouldn't tie her hair up for her means that she was putting more into the relationship than him. That's sociopathic. And aside from the fact that she's a dumbass with this math, you know, she didn't what it sounds like if this was what caused her to go, yeah, he's not doing enough for me, she would rather have the numbers reversed, literally, where she does 30% and he does 90%. Yes, I'm doing the math incorrectly there on purpose. She wants a servant. She wants a servant. She wants a man who will bring home the money, who will work all day, come home, and then dote on her all day until she goes to bed. She doesn't want a boyfriend. She wants a submissive. Excuse me. And not the sun-timed.
The relationship. As more women tried the test, videos of men peeling or not peeling oranges for their partners got millions of views.
I really want an orange, but like I don't want to peel it for myself, you know?
Do you like orange?
I really want it, but like I hate peeling it.
Tough luck, buddy. Go ahead and do her.
Yep.
You're not gonna peel
Good.
it for me? Do we have any?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Feeling it for you. Ow.
Okay.
The way
Wait, is that who
What are you
I
doing?
think it is?
Feeling it for you.
Okay, it's not. I thought I recognized this person.
The way this trend started was interesting. A TikTok video showed an iMessage chat between exes who were reminiscing.
Oh, yeah. Falcon? 100%. 100%. Flip the genders on these tests. Flip the genders on them, and if the man did this to a woman, you can bet every fucking woman on TikTok would be screaming. Chauvinist, misogynist, pig, every insult you can think of. Absolutely they would. Absolutely. Which is just another indicator to show how fucking crazy this kind of test is.
Reminiscing about their past. I miss when you would peel my oranges for me in the morning, the first message said. Did you learn how to do it yet? The ex replied, no, I still get juice all over and stab my nails too deep. The messages went viral on TikTok with people saying how thankful they were for having someone who still peels their oranges. TikTokers were taking this way too seriously. A relationship expert warned against the viral test, saying an entire intimate relationship can't be boiled down to what a person does or doesn't do with an orange. And I obviously agree. Now this next trend was just straight up disrespect. The dancing on graves trend.
Oh,
In February of 2021, YouTuber Pegasus saw a TikTok challenge that made him so mad he created an 8-minute YouTube video to rant about it.
Take off those sunglasses because you don't even deserve the shade, bro. You ain't cool, you ain't got swag. I don't know when you'll realize what you're doing is wrong and it's not funny at all.
The challenge was officially called Dancing on Graves. TikTokers would visit graveyards and film themselves dancing on top of or next to random people's gravestones. Some videos showed teenagers doing choreographed routines while others...
Alright. Okay. Chat? I'm gonna say this, okay? In the context of what we've seen thus far with TikTok challenges, this may be something of a hot take. Honestly, doing this especially when there's not like family around that is mourning, in the grand scheme of things, is not as bad as a lot of the challenges that we have seen. I know a lot of you consider it very disrespectful. I do. I understand a lot of you think it's disrespectful, and I understand why. Let me just pose this alternative viewpoint, okay? The person, they are, first and foremost, it's not like they're like desecrating the grave sites. Let me point that out. They are dancing on the grass. They're dancing on the grass. They're not desecrating the tombstones. They are not graffitiing them. They're not like desecrating the grass itself by like pouring like defecating or urinating on the ground or dumping a whole bunch of shit on the ground. They're, dancing on the grass in a graveyard. And everything I'm seeing so far, they're not doing it while people are there mourning. They're doing it when no one is around. So they're not doing it when there are mourners there. So in this context, you're a dog, but that's the thing. In Arlington, there's always people around. In the context of, especially with what we've seen so far, this is not as bad as what we've seen. Yes, I know a lot of people consider it disrespectful, and I understand that. I'm not downplaying that in any way. I'm not saying you're wrong for thinking that. You're not. In the context of everything we've seen thus far, this is not as bad, given the context. And Silly Gordo, thank you for the follow. Because, well, we as these still surviving family members would like think of it as being disrespectful. This is gonna sound really bad, but this is kind of like
It's disrespectful, but not criminal.
It is. Yeah. Like, I do understand it being disrespectful, but when it comes to the deceased, I've thought about this. In regards to myself. And Atanashi, that's kind of where I'm going. In regards to funerals and Falcon, I understand. I'm like, that's why I said, like, for those, like, this is a hot take, and I'm not trying to downplay anything that you're saying. This is kind of my alternative viewpoint to it. When you finally move on, you are gone. And everything that comes after is for the people that have been left behind, not for the person who is gone. Now, in that vein, because everything that happens after that person leaves is for those that left behind, I do understand why people would find it very disrespectful, because the grave sites are for those that were left behind. They were. And Blur, I was going to bring that up too, because once upon a time, it was perfectly acceptable, if not a little, like, no, if not a bit singer-waggy, for kids to play hide-and-seek in the cemetery. There was, like, the gothic romantic thing of having a picnic in the cemetery at midnight. Those things were not really seen as disrespectful as people are taking this. There was some finger-wagging about it, but it was not viewed as so disrespectful like people have commented on this. So, well, I can see and understand why people would feel that this is very disrespectful to the memories of their loved ones. The scale of what we're seeing with TikTok challenges, this is probably at the lower end thus far. Unless there's a change up and they do something even worse. If they do a change up and start getting even worse with it, my opinion may very well change. But that's my feeling on this one, is it is much lower on the scale of, okay, you're an asshole.
Just dance to pop music. No one knows who started the trend, but it quickly spread as more TikTokers started doing it too. Most people who watch—
Yeah, okay, so like, the parts, those parts right there. So, this guy sitting on the gravestone, okay, that I got a problem with. That I absolutely have a problem with. That is no. That is a no, because, number one, the gravestone is there for a reason, and a lot of these are weathered with time and are fragile. Yeah, when you touch the stones, now you have an issue. Now I'm there with you about no, fuck you, not happening. Because the stones are there for a very good reason, and they are weathered over the years and can be damaged quite easily for some of them. And then this one, where they're stepping on the plaque, on the gravestone plaque. This is another one. In this one, I am right there with you about this is dog shit and should not be done. Absolutely, I'm right there with you.
Doing it too. Most people who watched Pegasus's video were just as annoyed as he was. They left comments like, "I feel embarrassed to be part of this generation. I hope they—"
Yeah, that's it. It's like on the grass. Okay, it's annoying. Probably shouldn't do it to be respectful, but it's not so bad. When you fuck with the headstones or the gravestones, now we're into a different ballgame.
They go to bed every night cringing at what they did. Imagine being at a funeral, mourning the loss of a loved one, and then out of nowhere, a teenager starts doing the—
Okay. And this was what I was making with my original point. Is from the videos, and I don't think— hang on. Hang on.
The trend, but it quickly spread as more TikTokers started doing it.
This one, I'm not sure if this was happening during a funeral service. It's hard to tell. There's other people here, so if this was happening during a funeral service, yeah, she needs to get bitch slapped. I'll absolutely stand by there. But this one, like, for the most part, what we saw, the graveyards were empty. It was not being performed at a funeral service. Anybody does this at an actual fucking funeral service? Yeah. Fucking, yeet them out of the fucking cemetery. Absolutely. Yeah, Geronimo's. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that was an actual service or something, but if they're doing it during an actual funeral, yeah, fucking yeet them out of the graveyard with prejudice. Absolutely. From what we saw, it didn't look like they were doing it during an actual funeral service.
A teenager starts doing the orange justice. And guess what?
And by the way, you want to know where I suspect that this trend originated from? You want to know where I think it started? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. I think I know where it started. Hang on. this is where... Oh yeah, you can. Yes, you can, Corey. Absolutely you can. But you want to know where... You want to know where it started? This is where the graveyard dance started.
Don't be suspicious. No. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Right here. Guarantee you, this is where it started.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
John Ralphio?
I guarantee you, that is where it originated from. 100%. Somebody saw this, either this episode or this clip, and said, yeah, we should do something like that. I guarantee it. That's how it started.
Adults were doing it too. In one video, 3 people, including one adult, danced at a cemetery.
So we have what I assume
okay,
is a
here we go. Here we go. Yup. Yeet this bitch right out of the fucking cemetery. Fucking yeet her right the fuck out of the cemetery. She's on top of the gravestone. Now, I'm with you, chat. Now, I'm fucking with you. Give her a boot in the ass and yeet her right out of the fucking cemetery.
mom and her 2 kids. Mom is all dressed up, you know, boogieing on the tombstone, doing the Fortnite Boogie Down Challenge.
There were many more videos of adults participating in this trend. People were pissed, but the trend kept going. A TikToker named Ben danced and sang on a grave implied to belong to the 36th President of the United States. The name on the tombstone was Johnson. Most viewers seeing the name assumed it was Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th President of the United States, and Ben's videos reached more than 9 million views on TikTok, except it wasn't the former president. Ben just found a headstone.
Like, seriously, you think that Lyndon B. Johnson would be buried in just some graveyard that anyone can access? This is just... Okay. First and foremost, I don't have a problem with him standing here singing to a grave. There's nothing wrong with this. There's absolutely not... There isn't anything wrong with this. I'm not sure about Arlington Earring. I do know that they are buried in places of honor, unless they specifically request to be buried elsewhere. But you can be damn sure that if they're not buried in a place of honor, wherever they're buried, you can guarantee that that spot is going to be guarded. 100% that area will be guarded 24 hours a fucking day. So this one feels like we're gonna be laying the blame on the stupidity of people versus the TikToker.
On TikTok, except it wasn't the former president. Ben just found a headstone marked as Johnson and saw his opportunity for low-level internet fame. It's actually illegal in most places. YouTubers and social media influencers continued to speak out against the TikTok trend that TikTok started removing these videos and the trend ended. Now, with this next trend, we're going back to more property damage. The Devious licks.
Oh joy!
On September 1st, 2021, a strange video appeared on TikTok. It showed a teen stealing disposable masks from school. The video went viral quickly, gaining over 200,000 views in 1 week. The boy was excited about the success of his video. Little did he know it would trigger one of the worst trends on TikTok. When people watched the video of this kid stealing disposable masks, it inspired others to steal things from their schools. These young, immature, impressionable kids are falling for these selfish trends. This TikTok trend is called Devious Licks. It involves students stealing school property and posting videos of it. It was called Devious Licks because according to my favorite dictionary, Urban Dictionary, a lick is a successful type of theft. Just 6 days later, another Devious Lick video appeared online. On September 6th, 2021, a TikToker shared a video with the text, "Only a month into school and got this absolute devious lick." In the video, he unzipped his backpack and showed a hand sanitizer dispenser from his school. This was only the second devious.
Really? Yeah, I'm waiting to hear what the punishments are for this. Are they actually going to be punished? Because, like, this should be expulsion. Some people were stealing toilets? Oh my fuck. Well, that's the thing, Xanax. Nothing. This is literally being done for internet clout. That's it. It's being done for internet clout.
Lick video, but it quickly went viral on TikTok, getting over 7 million views in 2 days. The trend gained more momentum over the next week as young TikTokers began posting similar videos showing off items they allegedly stole from school.
And these kids are apparently stealing.
Took the goddamn drinking fountain. And I was actually like, it was on the tip of my tongue to just say, why is a teacher not tackling his ass right now? But then I realized the teachers wouldn't tackle his ass because the teacher would get sued. They know they get sued, so they're just gonna say, fuck it, let the kid do whatever he wants. Which is also part of the problem. Is that teachers can't do fuck all the students anymore, so the students basically do whatever the fuck they want. It's
anything.
I don't know. I don't. Okay, first of all, I don't know. I can't tell. Second of all, don't fucking matter. Don't fucking matter what skin color he is. He's committing a theft. Tackle his ass, call the police, and throw his ass in jail and expel him. Simple.
Cheer 100 mad props on getting away with that.
Well, we don't know if he got away with it. But here's another thing. Yeah, it could be. It is a school, so that could be considered theft of government property if it's a public school, not a private school. Listen, here's another thing but here's what struck me at the beginning of that. Listen to the newscaster.
Stole from school.
Listen.
And these kids are apparently stealing anything.
He's saying it with a laugh in his voice. He's laughing. The news broadcaster. The one that is supposed to be imparting the seriousness of what we're seeing is laughing. This is like that one news broadcaster at the beginning of this video who's smiling about the licking the ice cream trend. Like, a lot of people get their, a lot of people will take what these news broadcasters say as gospel, and they will also, express emotions to the news story based upon what the newscasters, how they present it, because they're stupid and cannot think for themselves. So a lot of people will hear the newscaster laughing about this and go, ha ha, it's just a harmless prank. And they won't take it seriously.
Even entire water fountains.
Trent's been expelled from school for riding his scooter after hours and stealing a handicap parking sign from the school.
From soap dispensers and...
Good! That's an actual fuck around and find out. This kid that went off course because of fucking course he went on Dr. Phil. This kid actually fucked around and found out. And got booted the fuck out of school. Good. Consequences. What did they say in John Wick 4? Rules. Consequences. You cannot have one without the other. And I do not know. There it goes. Okay, good.
My brother dealt with the devious lick trend when he worked for management in college, when people were stealing his paintbrushes, signs, tools, and other stuff.
Yeah. That, Aki, I feel so bad for your brother. And here's the worst part, chat. If you caught someone stealing like this, and you stopped them with force, you would be the one in trouble. If you actually stop these people from committing crimes, because that's what they're doing, you would be the ones to get in trouble. Alright, ads. Okay, I'll keep it paused. Alright, I will stay paused until Talos gets back from the ads. Yeah, Yard Dog, I know that street signs used to be like in like what was it, like probably like the 80s, I think was a big thing for that. But I'm pretty sure yeah, Baby Jeebus, that works in theory. How many criminals have sued homeowners for getting injured because they broke into their homes and got hurt? It's a wonderful idea in theory.
Girls on the res are our PD. Cheer 100.
I thought it was grandma's, Grey Wolf. Grandma's with the slipper. Because that's how it is in the hood. In the hood, grandmas and their slippers are the PD. You ready? I'm not gonna say anything. I won't say a thing. I'm not gonna say a thing. Okay, Talos. Welcome back. Let's continue.
Fire extinguishers to computers and film projectors, nothing was too big or too small to be stolen.
Holy fuck! They stole $50,000 to $60,000 of computer equipment, Apple computers. Thank God they got arrested, but they're juveniles, so they're not gonna get fuck all for punishment. They'll get expelled. I'm guessing they'll get expelled, but as for punishment, they won't get fuck all.
In British Columbia, 42 soap dispensers were ripped out from school bathrooms within a week. One video even showed a student stealing a classmate's pants while he was in the bathroom stall.
Alright, well, this isn't British Columbia, so I'm honestly not surprised, but British Columbia has, Oh wait, so the British Columbia, they did soap dispensers. The pants was, Ontario. Yeah, it's yeah, it's bullying. Oh yeah, it's bullying, but I can understand how it kind of be a chuckle, but I'm not laughing because this is an exemplification of
Girls
how
are
bad we're
quicker
going.
and they want their environment safe. Cheer 100.
Plug because they were fucking with the guy. They were bullying the guy. This is like the one about stealing pants. That's not per this trend. I'm gonna say that right now. That is not part of this trend of the devious licks. This was just flat out bullying. It was not a devious lick trend thing. This was someone that was bullying this person that was in the bathroom. That's it. It's bullying, full stop. That's it.
School principals across the country begged students to stop stealing, threatening disciplinary action. When that
And that was his first mistake. The moment a principal begs students to stop being bad, they've lost. The principal is supposed to be a figure of authority. They are an adult in a position of authority in school. The moment the principal starts begging the students, please stop doing this, please stop doing this, it's over. The students will have no respect for you. They will not listen to you. They're going to go, okay, yeah, fuck off, old man. We're going to do whatever they want. Because they know the principal's not going to do anything. Flat out. He's already begging them to stop doing, so they know he's not going to do a fucking thing to stop them.
1G Fest. Me and my mom and a friend went to a theater to see a Godzilla film. After the film, we found a police car on the crossed place for ramps and lifts. My mom was pissed. The cowardly officer snuck in the car and drove away. Cheer 100.
Yeah, Falcon, unfortunately, police officers, most of them will not do something like that. I've known a great many who would not do something like that. There are some that will, that take their position of authority and will abuse it. Unfortunately, they do exist.
didn't work, they resorted to more drastic measures. Since most of the items were stolen from bathrooms, schools across the country started temporarily closing restrooms. And the trend escalated even more from stealing to vandalism. Some schools reported their toilets being sprayed with...
And this one was in New Brunswick. Yeah, this was in New Brunswick. Toilets being sprayed with red food coloring.
Vandalism. Some schools reported their toilets being sprayed with red food coloring. In Ontario, a bathroom had...
So you know what? Arrest the kid, charge him, and the punishment is you have to pay for a new toilet in the bathroom. Oh, you can't afford it? Get a fucking job. We'll garnish your wages. Again. Oh yeah, Canadian kids are just as bad. Like, Canada is not this bastion of kindness that people once thought it was 40, 50 years ago. It is not. It is America light in terms of the bad. It absolutely is. Hi, K-Dog. But again, same rules apply that I've been saying. You hit them in the fucking wallet, they will sit up and listen. Flat out. Hit them in the... You can't, because, baby Jeebus, you can't count and parents punch them. You hit them in the fucking wallet. They decide they want to steal the soap dispensers? Cool. Arrest them, put them in front of a judge. Judge says, cool, you're paying to replace every single one of those with brand new ones. Oh, you don't have any money? Cool. You're gonna do that. You're gonna work this job, and your wages will be garnished in order to pay for it. Hit them in the fucking wall. That's all these people understand. All these people understand is money, because money outweighs clout every time. Without fail, it will outweigh clout every single time.
Had all its urinals and toilets clogged with enormous amounts of toilet paper.
It's so sad. I just don't understand why these children are turning to that kind of vandalism to express themselves.
Because they don't get punished.
Across the US began arresting and charging students. On September 16th, TikTok banned the Devious.
A VTuber named Aliciac's death, Aliciac's life, who lives in Canada. The bullying was so bad, she said her and her friends did a suicide pact with each other. She and a few others survived.
Well, that's good. I'm very relieved to hear that. But yeah, bullying, it does lead to that way too often. And where there isn't a positive outcome like that, it happens, you know, I don't even want to get into it because that is just a heartbreaking topic.
Devious Licks trend. But this dark story has a happy ending. As the Devious Licks trend ended, a new trend started where students filmed themselves giving back. It was called the Angelic Yield trend. It began on September 17th when a TikToker made a video showing them going into their school bathroom and putting a roll of toilet paper on the toilet. The on-screen text read, "Just hit the most angelic yield," while the video caption said, "No more Devious Licks around here." The video gained over 4 million views in 3 days and inspired hundreds of young...
Okay, you know what? This kind of gives me hope. This gives me just a teeny little bit of hope. Just a little. Like, this kind of shit. This is the kind of shit TikTok needs to be promoting as like fucking hell. Like, TikTok can take down videos, but they can also promote them. If they see, if the people at TikTok, and every other social media for that matter, if they see something that can be a positive trend, they need to start pushing that in the algorithm. Because let's face it, a huge chunk of society, particularly teenagers, are influenced by social media. Let's try using fucking social engineering for good for once. Just for fucking good. Message? It is possible, yes, It is I know, I know, not you. I'm not talking about anyone in chat. I'm talking about the brain dead masses out there. And Message, even if they took back the things after recording the video, it's just like that thing with the guy that did the ice cream licking, but still bought it afterwards. It plants the idea into people's minds. What do you mean freedom of speech argument, Pave? How? By pushing it, by promoting videos in the algorithm? How is that a freedom of speech argument? It's not dictating what someone can or cannot say. It's promoting videos that have positivity. That's not a freedom of speech argument right there. Not at all, because nobody is saying you cannot say something. I didn't say shadow ban. I didn't say shadow ban the negative content. That's not what I said. I said promote the positive content. I said nothing about suppressing or shadow banning the negative content whatsoever. I did not say that at all. All I said was promote the positive. That's it.
People to anonymously donate to their schools. Finally, a trend I can get behind.
They'll leave like scented hand soap on the sinks in the bathrooms, or like they'll put
and
toilet
even if it's
paper,
fake, it's planting the
like
idea.
Some girls put inspirational quotes on the doors and walls and placed emergency kits in the bathrooms with sanitary items. This was a remarkable turnaround. The Angelic yield trend was a sign of hope for our new generation. So this next trend I personally hate.
Yeah, LaRook, I understand where you can see that where it's like, okay, it's, these people do not have brains of their own. They just basically do what TikTok tells them. I understand how depressing that can be as well. But if that's how it works, and if that's what it takes to make people do something good, at least the brain dead ones that only follow TikTok trends and that's basically how they live their lives, fuck it. Use social engineering for good for once.
A lot because it has to do with shaping our culture. Icks. Have you ever been really...
No, baby Jeebus. They didn't actually, vandalize anything. They were showing, leaving, notes with positive messages. They didn't actually, write on the stalls or anything, but it's like they leave notes. Now, this one is showing, leaving money. But I'm guessing they're just talking about, leaving a positive message on, the tank of the toilet. Not actually, defacing the bathroom or anything like that.
Because it has to do with shaping our culture. Icks. Have you ever been
really
into someone and then they do something that makes you instantly lose interest in them? That, my friends, is called an ick. An ick is a feeling you get when something about the person you're dating suddenly turns you off. It's when attraction turns into disgust. Anything can cause an ick, like using the wrong emoji in a text or being rude to a waiter, and TikTokers took it to a whole new level by starting a trend around it. The ick trend began when a few TikTok users posted videos listing the little things that annoyed them about others.
When he takes a nap, it irrationally annoys me.
I don't like friendly guys. If I see him friendly with other people, that's a big ick.
The trend spread rapidly with people from all over the world posting their own icks.
If you get out of the car and I can see even a centimeter of your butt crack, you're getting ghosted immediately.
One of them is when a guy traumatizes.
Alright, so this is just taking being hypercritical, and which is stupid as hell anyway. This is basically just being a hypercritical asshole and putting a cutesy label on it. So this is not new. That's the thing. This is not new. They just put the label of ick on it. This is just people being either a hypocritical asshole or bitch, and just shortening the term to a 3-letter word. That's it. But yeah, because it's become so what's become popular is basically broadcasting your hypercriticalness on the internet and it being popularized. That's it. But this is a tale as old as time. It's just because of the internet, and with TikTok now, it's broadcast through a megaphone the size of Mars.
Trauma dumps on you for 2 hours.
Trauma dump? What the hell does that mean?
It's when a guy tells you all of his problems.
Once again, people are taking this too far.
So, one TikTok account took it upon himself to compile an insane list of these women's dating icks. There are 585 reasons that women apparently do not like you.
So the thing that's disgusting to me is the fact that you must get over an ick, right? You have to get over an ick in order to have a good relationship. But the problem is it's tearing relationships apart because of a little thing that's so insignificant. The type of icks TikTokers were listing showed just how petty and judgmental society was becoming. When he asks a retailer for help and they don't hear him. When they push a pull door. When the roller coaster worker tightens his seatbelt thing. People who weren't usually judgmental.
So, I mean, this is just based. We've talked about this. Where we've talked about this, like, to the degree of why men are saying, fuck this, I don't want to date anymore. Because women are bitches. That's just basically this. This is like, this is what I've talked about, where it's, men don't want to deal with women because they're sick of the fucking games. This is a part of that. This is absolutely a part of that. This is the whole, you're taking me to the Cheesecake Factory for a date? That's a part of it. They're just, a stupid 3-letter word has been ascribed to it to make it trendy. And it's not new. Now, has it been supercharged in the age of TikTok? Yes. This hypercriticalness, giving women a false sense of empowerment that they can go on TikTok and say, I hate everything about a man. He should mold himself to look to my standards because only my needs matter and his needs don't matter a fucking thing. Right, there's absolutely nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory. This is a TikTok video. Oh, Blurred, you gotta go? Okay, good night, Blurred. Yeah, right, what I was talking about is there was a TikTok video of a couple out on a date that a guy was taking a woman out to a date and he was gonna take her to the Cheesecake Factory, and she took umbrage with the fact that he was taking her to the Cheesecake Factory for their date. And like broadcast this on TikTok. That's what I'm referring to. But, I mean, yeah, this is nothing new. It's just women now feel empowered to broadcast it all over the fucking internet. And they have other women pulling the Yas Queen shit, thinking, yeah, you should absolutely have these impossibly high standards where your significant other should be your perfect Fabio servant and not an equal partner in the relationship. It's what's destroying relationships. It's why men are saying, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm gonna hang with the boys and I don't fucking care about getting a date. Or I'm just gonna go home and jerk off.
This is why there are silicone girls cheer 100.
Well, hence my part 2 of that, Grey Wolf. Yeah. This is why a guy would rather, instead of trying to get a date, would rather just hang out with the boys and then go home and hug the body pillow of their favorite VTuber.
Started to become judgmental because of this trend. Like this girl who tweeted, TikTok has made me realize that icks are really a thing and I have many. Another person wanted...
Another example of why TikTok is a modern day evil. Well, Shalkin, that's one thing I'm curious about. Is there an ick for men, or is this... I've only heard about it with women. Is there, like, actually an ick for men? I don't know.
Going back to positive trends, like angel yield AC hay in the 80s and 90s, there was a similar trend in Poland.
Oh God.
Of
If I didn't have the woman I did, I would invest in a real doll cheer
Invisible
100.
Hunad. raking a leaves, shoveling snow from a driveway of an elderly person, for example, or any other small task that could be done without letting someone know who did it, and leaving a sheet of paper with a hand outline drawn on it, was pretty wholesome. Sorry, I'm a slow typer.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty neat. Like, the positive trends I like. Sadistic? Thumbs up. And Shadow, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you so much. Kanito, maybe when I actually get my own model, I will consider it.
Icks to apply to friendships too. Tweeting can confirm friendship icks are 1,000 times worse. Everyone has things that turn them off, but we're human, right? We're not perfect, so you gotta look past them. This next trend also tears relationships apart, but in a more direct way. The cheating prank trend. In 2001, a new type of prank that was way more personal emerged, the cheating prank. This prank involves someone, often a girlfriend, tricking her partner into thinking she's cheating on him and then recording his reaction. These videos quickly became popular because of the intense reactions of the people being pranked.
It's a prank! It's a fake mannequin! It's a mannequin!
This is how domestic violence happens. 100%. This is how domestic violence and domestic fatalities happen. There's been a huge upswing in teenagers, especially girls, developing symptoms of Tourette syndrome from watching TikToks of people who have it or faking it. Same percentage in teens and self-identifying as trans happened about the same time. Andrew, it's also caused a severe decrease in literacy. High use of TikTok has caused an insane decrease in teenage literacy, where students are 3 grades behind in literacy, even to the degree of high school. But, yeah, I mean, this is how people get hurt or killed. Because if they have, like, a super jealous person, or if the person already suspects they may be cheating, they're going to attack before the joking party has a chance to say it's a prank.
In one viral video, a girl sent her boyfriend a text that suggested she was cheating on him. The message she sent to her boyfriend read, "He's leaving now, you can come over." But her boyfriend...
Cheer 100. I've been saying for years that TikTok is.
Well, yeah. And you know, when I heard that the US was going to try to ban TikTok, I was actually kind of hopeful. But then I heard the reason for it is not because, you know, TikTok, US was not going to ban TikTok because for the safety and health of children. They did it because it's owned by it's owned, you know, the tech that's owned by a Chinese company, and China banned. Like, if they'd actually said, we're getting rid of TikTok, TikTok is going to be banned in the United States because it is destroying the minds of Americans. Yeah. They instead pivoted to scary communist China. Instead of actually, like, grabbing their balls and saying, TikTok is destroying people's fucking minds. It goes away. But it's Congress. I can't expect them to actually have balls.
Unexpected reaction made the video go viral, earning him the title of online legend. He raced back indoors and ran upstairs to their bedroom. The girl already had the camera set up. As soon as he entered, she said, "I thought you were leaving."
I was leaving until I saw your cheeky text message. What? Something about, like, coming over now. So, he's leaving now, you can come over.
But instead of being mad or jealous, the boyfriend assigned a different meaning to the message.
What? Are you planning a belated birthday surprise for me or something? No. You're grinning!
Your birthday was over a month ago!
Yeah, there's never too late to celebrate, is it?
Even though she insisted that it wasn't true, her boyfriend was convinced that the text message meant she was organizing a surprise party for him.
This face? Oh, you can't see it. Hang on. That face? It could be staged. Geronimo's, it absolutely could be staged. But this face makes me think, hang on, I slipped up this. Hang on a second. Yeah, he's trying to trick her in this face says to me that he's trying to trip her up. That's what that face is saying to me. Is that he's trying to trip her up and get her to inadvertently admit it. That's what that face feels like to me. But
a surprise party for him. Then he kissed her and headed back out the door.
Yep.
I know you're doing it. Okay, I love you so much.
Her boyfriend's response got a lot of likes and positive comments online, but more importantly, it made other girls wonder whether their boyfriends would react the same way. And the only way to know was to try the prank on them. There was an explosion of cheating videos on TikTok, and each of them were different in their own way. In one video, a guy was acting really shady, pretending to hide another girl in the closet. But when his girlfriend started to get suspicious, she did everything she could to check inside the closet.
And she's pregnant.
Fine, I guess, whatever.
I get it, some of these videos aren't that bad, but there were many other reactions that were dangerous. In one video, this boyfriend went straight for the punch. In another video, a boyfriend pulled out what looked like a pew-pew.
You play too much, bro.
Yeah, that looks like it, and this is exactly what I was talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Doing shit like this is gonna cause someone to get hurt or killed. Like, oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Oh, what the hell did choke on there? Gah. Yeah. I'm actually surprised we haven't heard about people, at least I haven't, heard about someone that was seriously injured or killed because of this fucking prank. Because I'd fully expect it. 100%.
This trend caused permanent damage to some relationships, but in our next trend, it caused permanent damage.
Between Kik and TikTok, humanity is in a death spiral.
At least from a mental perspective, Chuta. Yeah.
To themselves. The teeth filing challenge. When
Oh,
someone starts a
God.
video with the words, I'm about to do something dumb, you know what's coming next is not good. That's when a girl named Ashlyn said she filmed herself doing the teeth filing challenge. This was a bizarre trend where TikTokers posted videos of
We've heard
themselves
about this.
using nail files to reshape or smoothen their teeth. They did this to make their teeth appear straighter or fix uneven edges.
I'm gonna file my teeth down with a nail file because they are not perfect. I have some ridges.
And I pointed this out last time we saw this. This ain't a nail file. This isn't even a nail file. This is an emery board. That's why she's doing it with this. She's counting on people watching this TikTok not knowing the difference between a nail file and an emery board. This is an emery board. It ain't gonna file down shit. An emery board is basically what women use to buff their nails, not to actually seriously file edges. It's used to buff the nails. So this is not going to file down shit. But she's counting on people not knowing what the fucking emery board is.
They're not perfect. I have some ridges and we're balling on a budget.
These videos went viral and soon hundreds of people were doing it. So Ashlyn joined the trend. She set up her camera, grabbed her nail file, and after declaring she was about to do something dumb, went to work. And it obviously didn't end well.
I originally used just a nail file and it wasn't working, so I moved to this.
Shocking.
It was not painful when I did it, but as the days went on and I would drink cold drinks or ice cream, I felt a lot of sensitivity in my teeth.
Ashlyn had dental problems after filing her teeth because, no surprise, it's one of the worst things you can do to your teeth.
When I saw these videos, I almost fell off my chair.
The trend started around June 2020 when a 19-year-old named Mia Doe posted a video of herself filing down her uneven teeth using a nail file.
And again, he's blurring it? I could tell by the thickness of the blur.
Mia Doe posted a video of herself filing down her...
Hang on, let me see if I can get this right before the blur. It's not a nail file. It's an emery board. Andrea, thank God. Thank God. Yeah. And this young woman should have known better by watching the original TikTok. If she got this idea from the original TikTok, she would know that this is a fucking emery board and not a nail file that she's doing it with, and that this would not do a fucking thing. So the brain rot is strong with them.
Filing down her uneven teeth using a nail file. Her video was viewed over 400,000 times. She allegedly decided to file her teeth because dentist offices were closed during the pandemic, so she figured she could fix her own teeth. Another TikToker admitted she shaved her teeth because dental care is so expensive. But it was gonna get a whole lot more expensive. As a trend, it got more...
Teeth? It would barely do anything. You would need to literally use the emery board every day for 8 hours a day for 10 years to get it to do what an actual nail file would do in terms of grinding it down. Even like the finest of fine ragat, the finest of fine sandpaper, and that's being generous.
Popular dentists made videos to warn people about the risks of messing with their teeth.
Dentist Todd Bertman calls the practice horrifying and says it does irreparable.
They're all using emery boards. The only one using an actual nail file is her. They're all using emery boards. Every single one of them is using emery boards.
Damage to your enamel.
Teeth are not like nails. They don't grow back. Filing them down can remove the enamel, which is the hard protective outer layer. Without enamel, teeth can become sensitive and painful and more prone to decay and infection.
You're gonna end up with sensitive teeth, pain, and probably root canals as well.
Many TikTokers learned that lesson the hard way. One user who filed her teeth was in so much pain that she had to take painkillers every 2 hours. It was so bad that her dentist told her that she filed into her nerve and would need a root canal. It eventually took 2 procedures to fix the problem. Others who tried the challenge posted follow-up videos showing that they regret their actions. One person summarized their experience with this tweet.
Whatever you do, don't do this. I only did because I'm stupid and was curious.
Even Ashlyn.
No, you should have left off that second part and just left it with because I'm stupid.
Joined forces speaking against the trend, saying it's not worth the trouble. Another terrible dental trend was when people glued fake vampire fangs to their teeth using nail glue or super glue. Another one involved TikTokers applying bleach directly to their teeth to make them whiter. And lastly, a TikToker who closed the gaps between his front teeth using rubber bands. TikTok is the worst place to get dental advice, unless of course you're a dentist. My friends, out of all the trends so far, this next one is the worst. The Kia challenge. In 2022,
yeah.
people across America were complaining on social media about their Kia and Hyundai cars being broken into or stolen. However, they weren't just blaming the thieves, they were blaming TikTok. But why? The answer is in this Facebook post from one of the victims. On July 25th, Brian Addard wrote, "The whole world is nuts. I got a call from my daughter. Someone tried to steal her Kia Soul last night, smashed the window, and there's ignition wires all over the place." Then he explained why TikTok was to blame, saying the sick part is this model Kia is part of a TikTok challenge with instructions on how to steal this car using a USB cable and the ignition switch. They failed, but the damage is done. The Kia challenge is definitely one of the most disturbing trends ever seen on TikTok. It began in July 2022 when a TikToker at Robbie Ray posted a video of himself hot wiring a car. People were shocked at how simple the
I take back what I said before. If you take any adivsy from TikTok, you should get a Picaval.
I think you misspelled advice and psych there, Jeebus, but I getcha. Yeah. Honestly, I'm honestly very surprised that police departments have not established like a social media monitoring stations. At least in like the major police departments, like I'm surprised they do not have a fully staffed social media monitoring centers using software, like algorithmic software, to like locate crimes on on social media. And then obviously we've seen it in some respects. Like we saw the one with that kick streamer that got arrested because the police were actually watching his TikTok and actually moved in to arrest him. Do they? Okay, it's not something I'd heard about. And it obviously needs to be expanded because we're still seeing a lot of fucking crimes being committed on social media that don't get addressed. Like we're doing actual follow-up. Like if there's a crime being committed, if the police find a crime being committed on social media, or if someone reports to the police saying like, hey, this user is showing a crime being committed, and the police can see that crime being committed, to immediately reach out to with legal documentation, i.e. a subpoena, to the social media company saying, this person is giving a crime, A, that's against your TOS, B, you're going to give up their user information. Because I know the social media companies will fight it tooth and nail about privacy and so on and so forth, but if the police can actually show them, hey, this person's committing a crime, that is a violation of your terms of service, give me an A. Because it is a violation of terms of service. They can claim privacy all they want, but if it's a violation of their own terms of service, they don't really have much of a leg to stand on. Or at least they shouldn't. Let me rephrase. They shouldn't have much of a leg to stand on.
Process was. Robbie Ray may have posted the video for educational purposes, but what most people saw was a tutorial on how to steal a car. After about 2 weeks, TikTok realized the danger of the video and took it down, but it was too late. Thousands of people had seen how to hotwire a car and they wanted to try it out. The Kia challenge took off. This challenge involved participants recording themselves breaking into cars, hotwiring them, and sometimes driving them away. Most of the cars that were broken into were Kias, hence the name of the challenge.
A woman in Highland Park found out the hard way recently, just a few days ago in broad daylight. Her 2017 Hyundai was stolen where it was parked outside her second job.
Tens of thousands of Kias and Hyundais were stolen. People's cars were stolen twice in one day. Thefts of Kia and Hyundai cars rose by 767% in the Chicago area, and in New York, thefts increased by nearly 2,400%. The topic even made it into songs with rappers bragging about stealing Kias, but...
And so why did no one call those rappers out? This is another facet of it. When you have rappers glorifying this shit, that's another aspect of it. Absolutely another aspect of it is you have celebrities You'll find shit like this. And they don't get called out for it. They're applauded. It is one reason why I fucking hate rap. I hate rap. Because of shit like this.
But obviously this came with consequences.
Locally, Arlington police say they've made several arrests and stress auto theft in Texas is a felony, which many young people might not realize.
And what's sadder is what this does to
But
the
did they actually get charged
Someone
with a felony?
tweeted, having your own car broken into, then you factor in inflation, living paycheck to paycheck. Some people can't afford repairs. I remember a while back, someone broke into my car in...
And again, if you find them, arrest them, feel free to jail them, but force them to pay for the repairs. Force them to make restitution. Every time. If you do a crime, force them to pay money. Hit them in the wallet, they'll stop doing it. That's the only way people will stop doing it. What's statistics say? Anything they pick up on the radar they can't... Wait, who's sadistic? What are we talking about? In Ohio, if somebody notifies the police about someone like streaming or posting a recording of a crime, they'd move on it. That's good.
In our driveway, and the repair cost about like $2,000 or something, and I was a broke college student. It was way too expensive. Another wrote, this trend absolutely makes me feel disgusted. It's really beyond me that people think it's okay to post criminal acts, let alone participate in them after seeing them online.
Because they don't get punished.
It's super frustrating, it sounds like. Now I have to be careful where I park and pay attention, and it's going to change where we'll probably take my wife's car.
But it was about to get worse for the victims because some insurance companies refused to cover certain Kia and Hyundai models because of the high risk of theft. Angry car owners eventually sued Kia and Hyundai, arguing that the companies didn't install anti-theft devices in their cars, making them easier to steal. The lawsuit was settled for $200 million. And after intense pressure, TikTok shut down the Kia challenge. Social media...
Only after intense pressure did TikTok shut it down. TikTok wasn't going to shut it down. Unlike the other ones where TikTok shut it down, they actually had to get a ton of pressure for them to do it. Do you need any more evidence that TikTok is an evil company?
Trends can be fun. The internet gives us the ability to connect with one another, but my challenge for you is to not let it disconnect us from our humanity. Visual venture. Wait, don't go yet. Please, before you go, click subscribe here and then click this playlist to watch more dark internet documentaries, because our goal is 700,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, and we're literally almost there. We're gonna hit it. And thank you guys. I appreciate you all so very, very much. Peace.
Oh, God. Yeah, really fucking stupid. This is one of those, I don't have much faith in humanity. I just, because it's not just the people doing it. That's the one big thing to keep in mind. It's not just the people doing it. It's all the people watching it, giving them millions of clicks and likes that are helping to glorify it. That's the thing to remember. The blame not only rests on the content creators. It's the people that glorify it that allow it to continue and rise it to the level of internet trend.